Everyone may procrastinate, but not everyone is a procrastinator. Unfortunately, I'm a chronic procrastinator. Why do I say so? I scheduled this speech with the Vice President and Secretary on 13 December. But I did nothing until 8th of January, which is a few days ago, where a siren inside me started screaming, "You really need to start the speech now!" Then the panic strikes. The adrenaline rush kicks in, my heart racing, and my hands trembling when I started working on my speech. I remember that I started the speech on 8 midnight, and when the adrenaline rush is working, I made through the first step, and the rush made me working until 3 a.m. in the morning. But after the rush faded, the present self me decided that I should go to bed, although I had barely written 2 lines, and leaving the task to the future self me, as if my future self can solve every problem and write the speech within 1 day. In order to avoid me from getting into this tiny of the game, I decided to look around and Google about procrastination and how to overcome it. When I first started the procrastination in Google, I realized that there was a lot and thousands and millions of information regarding procrastination. I was overwhelmed. Then my brain tells me that, okay, stop doing this. You should start organizing your browser bookmarks in alphabetical order. And then I did nothing, and then just Google and just browsing through the posts that was in my bookmarks, and did nothing regarding my topics. I believe that preparing the speech is the second most difficult thing in this project. Why? Because the most difficult part in this project is not running away from talking here. Procrastination is the act of delaying a task. You know what you need to do, but you just can't help yourself to do it. Why? Because a procrastinator values immediate rewards that is fun and easy higher than future rewards that needs to be visualized. The problem is not doing the work, it's about starting the work. And this is where I realized that Newton's first law of motion of physics applies to motion of procrastinator as well. Why? The first law says that a body at rest remains at rest until an external force acts. As for me, my body will remain at rest until the external force, my mom, start nagging at me. Coming to tidy my room. James Clear, the author of New York Times bestseller Atomic Habits, said propose some strategies to overcome procrastination. The first strategy is bring future rewards to present moment. You bundle a behavior that is good for you in the long run with a behavior that is good for you or feels good to you in the short run. Or in short, do the right thing for the wrong reason. For example, you only watch your favorite show when you're going for a run, so that you're excited to go for a run, just because you get to watch the show, instead of running is good for your health. The next strategy is make the consequences of procrastination more immediate. This can be achieved by involving others in the task that you've been putting off. For example, if you're committed in working out with your friend on next Monday 8 p.m., then the consequences of missing this workout will become more immediate because you will look back to your friend since you missed a workout. He will be like, why are you not turning up with me? And you ask me to come to the workout. The third strategy is design your future actions by reducing possible distractions. These strategies makes it harder to avoid your work and also make it easier for you to move on. Plan the task in details so that you can eliminate those time-consuming activities. For example, limit the technology interruptions by turning off the notifications when you're working on your work, or just simply working somewhere without Wi-Fi. The last strategy is to make the task more achievable. The trick here is make the task so small and easy so that there's no resistance when you're starting. Small measure of progress makes the momentum of beginning the task work. Tim Urban, the speaker of TED Talk, inside the mind of a master procrastinator says, no one builds a house. They lay one brick again and again and again, and the end result is a house. How do I apply these strategies in my Toastmasters journey? I remember that I joined Toastmasters in March 2018, where I completed 3 speeches in June 2018. But I stopped. I procrastinated until April 2019. That was almost one year where I didn't do anything. Then I stopped again until today, January 2020, where I finally started my level 2. So I decided to reduce the procrastination and revitalize the journey of Toastmasters by applying those strategies. First of all, bring future rewards to present moment. I decided that I should go for some good food after I completed this speech. And make the consequences of procrastination more immediate. I should just schedule my speech without even doing it, because with a deadline, I won't need to do it. Then, make the task more achievable. I should just open the Word document, because if I don't open it, I won't even start it. And finally, design your future actions by renewing the membership this year. Because I won't do it if I wasn't a member. So if you procrastinated in preparing the next membership renewal fee, you may start now. You can start saving 5 ringgit per day, and you will have 360 by mid of March. Back to you.